Welcome back, Boston Celtics fans, to another incredibly important and highly analytical episode right here on the channel, where we dive into the absolute most massive rumors and breaking news surrounding our favorite basketball franchise. Today we have an incredibly urgent topic to discuss because the national media rumor mill is completely out of control right now. Somehow, just when it seemed like we were finally out of the woods and completely free from all the ridiculous and highly distracting stories regarding the Milwaukee Bucks superstar, the hype train has gone completely off the tracks once again. The absolute latest reporting from highly respected NBA insider Shams Charania has officially revealed that Giannis Antetokounmpo has been strongly indicating to the Milwaukee Bucks front office that he and the organization should part ways, and this feeling has apparently been brewing for several months now. Now, to be completely honest, none of this specific information is incredibly groundbreaking or shocking to anyone who has been paying close attention to the league, because it has actively seemed like this is exactly where things have been headed for quite a while now. The Bucks have struggled massively and the tension has been palpable. But what makes this situation incredibly interesting and highly relevant for us today is that in a related piece published by Sam Amick of The Athletic, the Boston Celtics were surprisingly reported to be highly interested in acquiring the two-time most valuable player. This massive revelation came directly on the heels of Giannis offering completely unprompted and highly effusive praise of our brilliant head coach Joe Mazzulla, so perhaps there really is some genuine mutual interest brewing here between the two sides. On the absolute surface, the tantalizing idea of trading for yet another global superstar and pairing him with our current core sounds like a dream scenario for any basketball fan. However, when you truly dig deep into the logistics, the basketball fit, and the overall cost, Brad Stevens and the entire Boston Celtics front office should absolutely avoid this specific situation like the plague. Gutting our current perfectly constructed roster or moving one of our homegrown superstars just to bring the Greek freak to Boston would be a historically huge mistake, and we need to break down exactly why this is the case. For starters, we have to look at the undeniable reality that the actual player we would be acquiring may not even be worth the massive sacrifice anymore. The Greek freak is an undeniable National Basketball Association legend, and he is already permanently cemented as a top 75 player of all time, and he is probably even better than that ranking suggests. But we have to face the cold, hard facts here. He is 31 years old right now, and he has been unfortunately dealing with very serious calf and hamstring issues for multiple years now. As professional athletes age, those soft tissue injuries absolutely do not just magically disappear, especially for someone with his specific play style. He has not been able to successfully stay on the basketball floor consistently during the most crucial moments in recent seasons, and it is incredibly telling that he has not actually won a single playoff series since the year 2022. His entire legendary game is fundamentally predicated on overwhelming size, terrifying strength, and brutal physicality. While he has undeniably improved as a willing passer and a capable playmaker over the years, he is ultimately a guy who desperately wants the basketball firmly in his hands at all times, but he never successfully developed a reliable outside jump shot. When he was actually physically on the court this season, he was still undeniably playing at a very high and productive level, but the impending physical fall-off could be incredibly fast and utterly devastating for whatever franchise is paying his salary. And speaking of that salary, he is absolutely going to want a fully guaranteed 5-year Supermax contract extension from whatever team ultimately trades for him, locking up their financial future for half a decade. If you are enjoying this deep dive into the absolute madness of the NBA trade rumors, please take a quick second to subscribe to the channel and leave a like on this video, because your support helps us grow and keep bringing you the best Celtics coverage every single day. Getting back into the logistical nightmare of this hypothetical trade, we absolutely must look at what the Boston Celtics would literally have to give up to make the math work under the highly restrictive new collective bargaining agreement. Considering his giant astronomical salary, there are really only two realistic mathematical paths to actually acquiring him. The first path is trading one of our franchise cornerstones, and the second path is trading absolutely everything else we have built. With the massive and sustained championship-level success the Celtics have had building around Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, dealing either one of them away for an older player who may not even fit our offensive system and who would completely change our style of play makes absolute zero sense. Breaking up the Jays would be completely devastating for the passionate fan base, and it would destroy the unique chemistry that has taken years to cultivate. The only other mathematical option would be completely aggregating the rest of the salaries on the team, which means saying goodbye to beloved and crucial players like Derrick, Payton, Pritchard, Sam Hauser, and several others. The absolute core strength of this specific Boston Celtics team has always been our terrifying depth and the consistently great play of all those elite role players stepping up when called upon. Trading all of those essential pieces away just to forcefully create an aging big three with him and the Jays would certainly be interesting for the national television ratings, but it would highly likely set up an incredibly short championship window, with absolutely zero margin for error. If anyone rolled an ankle or pulled a hamstring, the entire season would be completely over. We have built an incredible machine here in Boston, and we are vastly better off continuing to build organically rather than recklessly star-chasing just for the sake of making a splashy headline. As it currently stands, the Boston team is perfectly set up for massive success in both the short-term and the long-term future. We currently boast a beautifully balanced roster filled with lots of relatively cheap, young, and highly promising players, and they all fit absolutely wonderfully around our two franchise pillars who are undeniably two of the most versatile and elite two-way stars in the entire league today. Furthermore, our roster perfectly complements Joe Mazzulla and his highly complex spacing-oriented offensive system. Even with Jason Tatum clearly playing at less than 100% health recently, this deeply talented team has quickly and decisively become the heavy favorites to win the highly competitive Eastern Conference, and there is absolutely no logical reason that this status should change anytime soon. Plus, by brilliantly managing our finances and ducking the luxury tax this season, the front office has successfully created a massive amount of financial flexibility to go out and keep smartly building the supporting cast around our two superstars for the rest of the entire decade and well beyond. The Boston Celtics are currently sitting in a truly great position of ultimate power right now, and Brad Stevens and his incredible front office company have proven time and time again that they can effortlessly make lemonade out of lemons whenever needed, mortgaging absolutely all of that brilliant team-building, organic chemistry, elite depth, and future financial flexibility for a physical player who is highly likely on the permanent decline and who has unfortunately been nothing but a massive media distraction for his own current team would be an unforgivable disaster. We must remember that despite his individual greatness, he could not even help his current team successfully make the play-in tournament this season, which speaks volumes about the limits of his current impact. The Boston Celtics need to stay the course, trust the guys who brought us here, and steer completely clear of this massive trap, because Banner 19 is already well within our grasp.